Hey, my name is Taylor, and I'm the administration pastor here at Cornerstone Christian Fellowship, and I'm glad you've decided to learn how to do video announcements. It's really helped our church. We, at one point, had a 2 hour service. We had 7 to 8 songs, so like an hour of worship, and then we would have about an hour and a half of, no, we would have 2.5 hour, sorry, an hour of worship, hour of sermons, and half hour of blah. A half hour that didn't produce. We had a half hour of people giving announcements, talking, just random, like a free for all. And what video announcements have done is it has made us more organized. We have to have our announcements in by a certain date. That way they get in. Also, it's quick because we have one person usually giving the announcement, and then it's also timed because I select the time. I chop things out. I can put things together. It's really helped make our services more seamless. So today I'm going to just show you our process on how we do it here at Cornerstone, and I hope you learned something and maybe take something for your own church. So, thanks. Okay, so your first step I would say is get prepared, and one of the first ways is make sure you look good, meaning you already do, but make sure you look good and you feel good, and then also, so like do this first thing when you get in, that way you feel whatever. I know that bothers me, so being honest. So get prepared, feel good about yourself, and then you need to get the announcements that you're going to share. So what I do here at Cornerstone is I go to our website, ccfindiana.org. I go to get involved. Our calendar. And then this brings up our calendar. So we've got a few things going on. We've got the Salvation Army dinner this weekend. We're just going to talk about it. That way people know what's going on. There's usually a rule about video announcements if it doesn't affect 50% of the congregation, to not talk about it. The only reason why I will do Salvation Army is because it's good for the church to know that we're doing stuff and that we're out in the community. It's more just like an announcement, hey, we're doing things. So, Salvation Army dinner, I'm going to kind of skip over this stuff. These are just like recurring things. This is also recurring. Randy Allis, I already have this recorded, but I'm going to go ahead and write it down. Randy Allis is our weatherman. He's coming to share his testimony. That'd be cool. So that's there. I'm just scanning through, trying to find the big events. Okay. Nothing much going there. And then we have a anniversary service. So I need to record one for that. Okay. Cool. I think we're good. Nobody has said anything else. So I've got 3. I need to make a Salvation Army dinner announcement. I need to make the anniversary service because nothing else is there. Cool. Alright, so now I've got my notes. I'm prepared. So now I can go ahead and get the tech set up. Okay, for our setup, we're using a Canon XA30. So I've got my memory card here. It goes right here. We use slot B because slot A does not work. And our memory card is full. So the way we fix it is we hit Function, Menu, hit Middle tab, all the way to the bottom, Initialize or whatever that means. Yeah. Yep. That's going to erase everything. Okay. So we're all done. Alright, so a few other settings that we have to set up before we get going. Right here. This needs turned off. And then this needs turned on. And our setup is ready. So I'm going to just zoom out. A couple notes. Whenever you have somebody giving the announcement, you want them as close to the mic as possible because this room, it's really echoey. So I found the closer you are to the mic, the more it picks up your voice instead of the background. So you can see now as I'm talking, the microphone's picking up what I'm saying. So we're all ready to go, so I'm going to record these announcements. All right, so I just got done recording the announcements. I've got the memory card with me, and because I have a MacBook Pro, I have to have dongle after dongle. So I've got a memory card. It's going into a memory card reader. And then I have a dongle from USB to memory. Yeah, USB to the Mac stuff. So I'm gonna just plug it in on the side, and you'll see it will pop up. Should show up Canon. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So now you need a video editing software. Here at Cornerstone, we use Final Cut Pro. We used iMovie for years, and the only reason why we quote-unquote upgraded was because it came with my laptop. So I wanted to use it, so I started to use it. So that's the story of that. So I'm going to go and open up Final Cut Pro. All right. So I've got different things going on here. I've got our sermons, I've got our video announcements. Alright, so our things are imported. So what I'm going to do now, the quickest way I've found to get things edited is to edit everything and then place it. So I'm going to grab this intro.
Well, good morning. Welcome to Cornerstone Christian Fellowship. Well,
I don't think I like that one. There's this one. Okay.
Well, good morning. Welcome to Cornerstone Christian Fellowship, where we are experiencing God, growing in grace, and reaching the lost. My name is Taylor. I've got a few announcements for you today.
And then I wait till smiles there. Ooh, nice. Okay, and before I cut the clip, I want to get the audio at a good level. And I want it peaking. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and just hit Command B, and that breaks the clip. Alright? So I've got this one.
Today we are having the Salvation Army dinner in Shelbyville. I just wanted to let you...
Okay.
First up, today we are having the Salvation Army dinner in Shelbyville. I just wanted to let you guys know that we do have things going on in our community, and if you want to get more plugged in, if you want to get more involved with what we're doing out in the community, all you have to do is speak with Sean and Jessica Pickett. They are our outreach directors, and they have a lot going on. So if you have a heart for the community, and I think we all do, talk with them, see where you can help and get involved with. Thank you.
Cool. That's good. Now, something different that's with this one. We actually have a meeting tonight discussing a huge event we have going on. We don't know if we need to change the date or not. So I'm going to make a video announcements A and then video announcements B. That way it's all done. It's ready to go. I can move on with the rest of my week. And all it's going to take is choosing one video or the other. So, let's see. I'm looking at here because I can tell you can look at the audio here. You can tell I stopped. So this looks pretty good.
I love this. Okay, so seriously, if you haven't RSVP'd yet, please go to the history of worship. I need you to RSVP. Hey, so do you remember?
I'm gonna love this.
Hey. Hey, so do you remember last week when you were sitting there and I was sitting up here and I asked you to RSVP? I played like a whole minute and a half with John Chris so you could be entered. Okay, so 40.RSVP here at Cornerstone and what it's morphed into today. Even if they used to come to Cornerstone, invite them. And then if people are interested in Cornerstone, invite them that night. It's going to be a good night. So don't forget, ccf40.rsvpfi.com. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna cut it there. And the rest of the clip, that's for B. All right. So I've got my 3 announcements here that we talked about before. No, I don't. I've got my 2. I've got my intro. I've got my first announcement. My third announcement, my second announcement is the Sweet Lady Dosha. All right, I cut. The way I cut that, I clicked on the clip, hit Command and X, so now it's saved to my clipboard. Command V, haha. So there's my video announcements, technically, all right? So I need this in here still. I need this. And I'll show you a new one. So what I've done here is I have a layer, and this layer is our mission, our vision statement, whatever. That's more of our mission, I guess you could say. So the way that you edit layers is I just put it on top, all right? I click on the layer to edit it, click this box, and I'm able to stretch it, make it bigger. Cool. So that's there, all right? And then, let's see. This is the Salvation Army. That'll be the new one. Randy Ollis has disappeared. Let's see here. Where is he at? Is Randy gone? Ah, found him. Alright, so I'm going to drag this here. And you'll see he just pops right in the middle. So I'm going to make it smaller. Drag him over here. Okay. And then we have our anniversary thing. Cut. Paste. And then we also need this title. Cut. Paste. Alright, and then for Salvation Army, I'm gonna go online, Salvation Army. I don't think it's illegal because it's their logo or something. I don't know. Just guessing. It's fine. Alright. Boom. It's downloaded. Drop it in. Stretch it. So, one of the nicest spaces. Why is it like that though?
Dinner and
That's weird. Okay. I'll download another one. Okay. Did I grab the wrong one? Probably. Yep. There we go. So I'm gonna drag that over. Oops. Hell. Very nice. Okay. So we've got our layers done. I'm gonna go ahead and time them. So,
well, good morning. Welcome to Cornerstone Christian Fellowship, where we are experiencing God.
Cool.
First up today, we are having the Salvation Army.
I like those to be nice and crisp.
We will be having
Randy Ollis right there. All right. And then,
hey, so do you remember last week when you were sitting there and I was sitting up here and I asked you to RSVP? I played like a whole minute and a half with John Chris so you could be entertained while you were RSVPing. Awkward, huh? I love this. Okay, so I need you to RSVP.
So I'm going to drag that there and that there.
And the reason is because we are going to provide food and childcare.
Okay.
Invite them. And if people are interested in Cornerstone, invite them that night. It's going to be a good night. So don't forget, ccf40.rsvpfi.com. Thank you.
All right. And then at our church, we have this thing called 2-minute mingle. What that means is everybody gets up and they talk to each other. So we time this. So I put the 2-minute mingle. All right, and I put in a timer, and we put in some fun music. Okay. I don't mind reusing music at all. It's fine. All right. So fade it in. The way you do fades is you see on the side here, this would stretch it. And the way you fade it, the mouse will actually change. See that? So I can drag as far as I want, about that much. All right. And then we have our bumper, which for right now, we're just advertising the series, so it's going to be first. And then I'm going to drag in here. This is just the general music for announcements with the background. Drag it out as far as I can. Okay, that's okay, because I kind of want it to stop here.
Hope to see you all here. Thank you.
Hey, so do you remember last?
I want it to be drawn right
So, hope to see you all here. Thank you.
Hey, so do you remember last week when you were sitting there and I was sitting up here and I asked you to RSVP? I played like a whole minute and a half of John Chris so you could be entertained while you were RSVPing.
And then I'm going to drop it back in.
Awkward, huh? I love this. Okay, so I need you to RSVP.
Boom. Right there. We're going to fade out here. See how it builds.
And the reason is because we are going to provide food and childcare. And I would rather you RSVP and not be able to come last minute than for you to come and not be RSVP. I'd rather have too much food and versus not having enough food. I'd rather have too many people taking care of kids than not enough. I hope this makes sense. So,
Ooh. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so that is video announcement. So I'm gonna watch it through and make sure there's no weird things, and then I'll show you what's next.
with other
Aha. Yep. See, I forgot one. So with audio, it actually clips to, you see this line here, it's actually hanging on to a video. All right. So got to get rid of that. You gotta be gentle. All right. So I'm gonna play from here. Okay, so I'm cool with that. Everything worked well. Go ahead and hit File, Export, or File, Share, Master File. And then I'm going to do video announcements. I put the date, so it's July 29th, 28th, okay? So July 28th, 19, I'm going to put A. I'm hoping that's the one that's happening. So hit next, and save. That's gonna get to work. Right, so that's done exporting. I don't think you have to wait to start getting to work on the next one, but something weird happened this week with one of my videos I was working on. So, ooh. So, okay, and I know.
So I'll tell you honestly, I don't. So I'll tell you honestly, I don't like this. All right, I don't like what's happening. So I will tell you up front, this is not my favorite thing to do. I don't like to come out with a plan and come out strong and then have to change it. So we have discussed this, we have talked about it, and what we have decided was we are going to move our anniversary service to the next day. It's going to be September 7th, right here at Cornerstone still, 5 p.m. The reason why we're doing this is because we have a lot of outside people coming and wanting to be a part of this night. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get a night that's going to work for most people. And we found that it's going to have to be on a Saturday. So it's going to be Saturday, 5 o'clock. I still need you to RSVP. The link has not changed, just some information has. And if you need to RSVP, you can come talk to me and I can take you off the list. I even think you can do it, but I don't know much about the program. So make sure that you remember it's on Saturday, not Friday anymore. Also, make sure you RSVP if you're able to come at all. I'd rather you be RSVP'd. That way I have food for you and I have people to watch your kids and not the other way around. So we love you guys, and let us know if you have any questions about the service. It's going to be amazing. We're going to be talking about come out that night. It's going to be a fun service, a great service, and I'm excited about it. So love you guys. We hope you have a great week. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Okay, so that's the announcement, and what that's going to replace is this one here. I'm going to just do this number. Okay. So there's that.
Plan and come out strong and then have to change it. So we have discussed this, we have talked about it, and what we have decided was we are going to move.
That's fine. Okay. I'm going to do this. Nope.
Hey guys, we hope you have a great week. We'll see you soon. Bye. So, love you guys. We hope you have a great week. We'll see you soon. Bye.
All right. All right, so there's B. So instead of waiting to do video announcements, my thinking is it's just better to get, it wasn't that hard, you know, it only took, what, 5 extra minutes to have both options there ready to go, whether they decide one way or the other. I'm prepared still, so it makes me feel better, and I can get on to the rest of my week. So I shared it. I have 2 options now. I am not going to load this into ProPresenter. I'm not going to load both in because I don't want the wrong one played. So I'll keep both on my computer, and then after tonight, I'll decide, we'll decide what happens, and I will put the correct video announcements on the ProPresenter computer. So that's how we do video announcements. That's how we share it from getting prepared to recording to putting it all together in Final Cut Pro. If you have any more questions about video announcements in general, feel free to comment below or talk to me. My email is taylor@ccfindiana.org. I'd love to talk to you about this stuff. So, all right, I hope you have a great week. We'll see you soon. Bye.